Good morning, good morning, good morning. Very interesting that I look up and find I'm 5 minutes early this morning, but that's okay. We can go live at any point in time, which is what has been happening, hasn't it? All over the place. Everything was working smoothly this morning, so I didn't have to fiddle around and allow time for anything that was, incidences. It's all good. So thank you for being here and watching live if you're here live, and if you're here in replay, thank you as well. I'm Ros Boundy, Psychic Medium, bringing you the daily Lenormand card spread reading. So we'll get to purpose and we'll go across to the cards, shall we? Because they are here and ready. Let's have a look. Connecting with your guiding spirits and your intuitive senses, that gut feeling you might get. Right, what we're using is the mystical Lenormand today as well. Being a weekend, it is a Sunday, time to relax and spend some time. I'm going to hold the, the deck up this time. It's so much easier for you to see it in closer view. It's Regula Elizabeth Flechter who has created this deck, and it's called the Mystical Lenormand. Fortune cards of Mari and Lenormand. That's who it's named after, of course, the Lenormand decks. And it's painted by Udom Turosh. I presume that's how it's pronounced, but not knowing the particular inflections with those little duvas, I have no idea. But that's the deck we're using, the Mystical Lenormand. Quite a little different in artwork from what we're used to with the Gilded Breviary that Ciro Marchetti does, or the gilded decks that Ciro Marchetti does. We have just the owl as the pendant this morning rather than a card, because it is a weekend. It's a little more relaxed. And this is the other one that came with the beautiful gift. I'm wearing one of them, and this is the other one, and I've also got the earrings in. Now, what we have for today is the mountain in the home space. We've got the mice in that overall energy of the day, theme sort of thing. And here we have the scythe in the workspace. So I'll just move over and zoom in on the relevant cards only, so that that's all that we're getting. And I'll still leave the little owl there in the corner, but I'm going to put him a little closer to the corner. Isn't that gorgeous? Anyway, what we have with our mice card, I do read the central one first because that is the one that's going to hold together the whole theme of the day between the home and the workspace. So that is why I read the central one in the way that I'm doing these spreads. So we've got three little mice, whether it's relative to the three blind mice nursery rhyme or not, who knows, it doesn't matter. They are feasting on a really big wheel of cheese. They are, well, I'm assuming they are really enjoying the food that they're sharing. They're sharing, but they're stealing it from whoever owns the wheel of cheese. The warning with what we have with the mice card is that it's perceived as a negative card, but it's just having that observation and awareness of what's going on behind the scenes. So it really is knowing, keeping an eye on, having that putting all the senses into action as to what's going on in your life that might seem to be in those hidden corners behind your back, that type of stuff. It's not saying that it's always negative, because I feel that at times when we've got this sort of thing happening, we have plenty to share. It's just that some prefer not to ask, and they take without asking, and they're manipulating with things behind you that you aren't aware of. It is your responsibility, I feel, to have that awareness. Turn on your senses, look more deeply into those corners of what seem like dark spots, shadows, closed off doors. Sometimes they're closed for a reason and you don't have any business there. But this here, you ask. If you're feeling hungry and you are you're a guest in someone's home, you don't just go and help yourself, do you? You ask. So this is what I'm feeling around this card today, that we are really guests here on this Mother Earth, and we're needing to be using the resources in the best way possible and asking and sharing and managing it in a wholesome way, with a holistic approach and sharing, not allowing things to get you spot. I'm seeing these little hashes there. It almost looks like spider webs. I don't know if it is the intention of the artist, but sometimes we can just waste and let sit for the sake of it without using, and that's a waste of resources. So I think it is better to share openly what we have in abundance. And, with the whole, it is looking at the bigger picture of what humanity is doing to Mother Earth. I like this little border here, the base, that it is the fruitfulness of the earth. That's what that feels like to me. And being able to store only what we need in the moment and sharing everything else. Okay? It's just got that feeling of being in the present now and sharing instead of storing too much, and, having that awareness of what's going on around us, how we're affecting it. The next one is the mountain in the home space, and I will check the comments because I am aware I'm a bit early for the usual crew. And good morning, Keza. Probably not for you, Keza, because you're here. Good morning, good morning. Lovely to see you here on a beautiful Sunday morning. Well, at the moment here it's beautiful. We've got the sunshine, but I can see the grey clouds starting to loom over and come in from the west. So, we get our seasons as we do and our weather as we do. I'm hoping too that the people on the Instagram can see that spread reasonably well enough. It does look like it's coming up in landscape mode, not portrait. I don't know how to alter that, so there you go. Good morning, Kaza. Not Kaza, Caro. Hi, Carolyn. Lovely to see you here too. And Kaza is saying it's cold where you are. Yeah, because you're near Dalesford, isn't it? Yes, it would be cold there. It's lovely to see you both. Thank you for being here so early on a Sunday morning. So with the mountains in the home space, it is challenging. The mountains are a challenge card. There's something that bring us that potentially there's something blocking our way, but we are going to be able to move around it in whatever fashion that we are living our life. And Carolyn's saying it's cold in Millicent as well. So yeah, it's a little cool. I have put on the little shawl. So it's we're still in spring, aren't we? Spring does have that tendency to be cool, especially this September, October, November. It starts to get warm, doesn't it? This is an icy looking mountain. It looks like it's set almost at the Everest, so that could almost be the Sherpa with guiding someone in the Himalayas. Who knows? Not all mountains are that insurmountable to the average. It is more likely than not just something that's like a landslidey bit thing that's coming your way through the day to day, or rocks that's rolled onto the road, that type of thing. What I'm feeling is it's always going to be able to be passable. There's an option or opportunities to change direction or move around it, move it. If you have the ability to shift whatever it is that's going to be blocking your way, you have the skills, you've got the resources to be able to do what you need to with that is feeling stuck or blocked, that you're feeling like it is climbing a mountain. But sometimes that is actually our goal, that we are going to the next goal of what we have in our day to day. Even if it's just to go out for lunch and enjoy a beautiful view whilst eating lunch in a lovely restaurant or a cafe or by the sea, anything like that, picnic, something like that that's going to bring you the desire and of pleasure with family, having a fun time, creating a memory. It could be anything like that. So feel into what you've got happening today, and if something seems like it's a little insurmountable, just push a little bit further or do a different direction around getting to the same goal. if you're wanting to do something specific and it looks a little it is possible. Just persevere. It is about perseverance that creates our strength and exercises those muscles and does what we need to grow and keep moving forward. Okay, now we've got Sharon saying good morning to me and everyone. So good morning to you, Shaz. And it's Caro's birthday today. Happy birthday to you, Caro. No hint of it in the chat there, was it? And I haven't done Facebook stuff this morning. I don't do it every morning. But that's fine too. I'll have to catch up on that now. And you're going out today because it is your birthday. Now you have put the chat there. I just saw it. There you go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Carolyn. Caro, happy birthday to you. There you go. And morning to, I would say that's saying good morning to you, Shaz or Caro. Lovely and a happy birthday from Keza to Carolyn. Lovely to have all of this wonderful happy stuff, isn't it? And returns around the sun, basically. Each one is a treasure, isn't it? And now as we move into our workspace card, which is the side, this one is a little bit different in its depiction to what we have on some of the other decks that we've been using. And Carol, dare say you're laughing at my singing. Certainly not operatic. I can fake it, but it won't sound good. Here we go with this card being what I like to see is the harvest. It's not so much the work in progress, it's the work that's been done. So really, I think it gives that indication the harvest is coming home and it's time to rest. Be careful though, because the scythe is a warning card about sharp instruments, and things suddenly happening on the accident level. So just have an awareness around that. But honestly, the whole feel of this card is about productiveness and happy harvest. It's happy times because it indicates that future sustaining of our hunger being satisfied because of the food that's being brought to the people. I do feel it's not just enough for one. This is more for a village. It's got that beautiful type of cooperation in sense of multiples and abundance and all things that we like to see when we are preparing for what is, and in this case it's business. So it's the future feeling of what we're going to be able to serve in the future, whether it's products or whether it's services or whether it's support for each other in the form of those types of services as well. I like the two little things there. I think they are butterflies. So they're getting ready to move in as well. It's lovely, and that lovely trail. Who knows how long that travelling has been for to be where we are now. It's been a long road to get this harvest in. And we deserve the rest today to appreciate how much we've done. That's what I'm feeling from the scythe card today. And it could be just a day of preparing your tools ready for the next work day, just to make sure that they are honed and ready, sharp, oiled, all that sort of thing that you do with those sorts of tools. Anything that we use really, just to allow it to be, at rest itself, but ourselves to be at rest and put our minds to that rejuvenation, ready for what is next on the morrow, so to speak. So getting ready for tomorrow. And there we go. Did I put your thank you up? Oh, I did, didn't I, Carolyn? I'm pretty sure I did. I lose track sometimes. So with this, it really does feel to me that, yes, in the home space, it might feel like a bit of a hard slog. And I'm actually getting that message now, even of it being more of that home-life balance, home-work balance. We can rest. It is being at ease now that we've come to that plateau that might be able to be indicating it's time to actually have what we need to sustain us, have that, open ourselves up to what is the help from Spirit to show us those other areas that we might need to have the awareness about things sneaking in without asking, that type of thing, whether that's on the spiritual, the emotional level, or whether it actually is physically, that someone's actually invading your space and taking things that they don't ask for, that they haven't got permission to do. To take and have, we can't hold it too close that it's overly precious for us, but it's having the awareness, and also of how grateful we need to be for what we do have in our harvests and our food, and the challenges that we might have growing us and strengthening us in our everyday life. Okay, so just notice there is someone who is trolling. So do report that if it's on your feed, on your chat stream. And Shaz, Jet's going over and Russell makes noises. Yeah, there's things that's happening all the time around that. It is the awareness. Sometimes, like Shaz mentioned there, and I will pop that up, the dogs have that hearing that we don't. And they start making noise, barking or growling or talking to us, because I have one dog that does talk to me. Russell does sometimes, but other times he barks. We're not always aware what they're actually barking at until, a minute later they've, like Shaz mentioned there, the jet flying over. We didn't hear it, they did. It's things that they're trying to protect us from. Lovely little creatures they are, aren't they? And we don't have that knowing until we see it. Trust that whatever is going on around us, that we can have that extra sense ourselves when we open up to it with the guidance of Spirit. And good morning from Fiona to myself and all around. Thank you so much. And Fiona, you'll rewatch it from the start. Wonderful, thank you. I did work out the numbers very quickly, but now I've forgotten what they were, Fiona. It's 21, 23 and 10 are the card numbers. So I think it worked out to be 3, 4, 5, 8, 9. It's a 9 from what I can calculate very quickly like that. Did I put up your thank you from Keza? Have an amazing day to everyone. And okay, Shaz is just clarifying. The jet noise was at her place at Strathalbyn when he started with me. Yes, you heard the noise of him in the background. That is so funny. Yep, cute. And still, there's another troll there as well. Interesting. Do report them. Pretty sure some of them just use bots, but it still pays to report those profiles, those comments, etc. We focus on the positive here because that's what we need to. And I can't remember what the Indian, as in American Indian saying is, as far as feed the wolf that you want to have grow, something like that. So when we put the flow of our focus into what we want, not what we don't want, put your intentions into your day-to-day right now and focus on that. Put whatever energies that you have, because we can learn to grow them stronger and stronger too, like that mountain card suggests, just by practicing and putting that focus on what we want to have as far as our positive intentions. And thoughts do become our reality then when we put the focus on that and move towards it. You make things happen at times because that's what your determination is. It's not willpower or anything, it's just being in that flow of where you want to go. Like, set that pathway in front of you and focus on that. Deal with everything that you need to. Wonderful, thank you, Fiona. You've put the numbers there in the print, so lovely. Thank you very much. So move toward whatever you want in your day-to-day. If it's rest and relaxation, make it a good rest, a good relaxation. And I'm going to do a good reading, as in not the psychic readings. I'm having a rest and I'm going to be reading some words in book form and relaxing. So choose what you're wanting to focus on and move in that direction. There's beautiful hearts unconditionally from the heart, and focused attention is good as is reflection. Yes, that's right. It's all focus. Put the intention where you intend to go. Be the best you at it too, and only you will know what that is. Don't put barriers on yourself or judgment either. Just be you and move towards what you intend. In all gratefulness, thank you for being here, because I'm ever so grateful for having you as part of my audience, as part of my family. And I continue to love doing these live streams and offering that different tool that is the cards and my insights. Practice and learn how your spirit guides are speaking with you as they bring you the insights that are more individual and independent for you and unique. Okay, and exactly that. Oh, good morning, Miguel. Oh, you might be, hold up, that sounds like a Spanish. I don't speak Spanish in Australia. Seem you may be over in a different country, I dare say. Fiona is saying it's coffee time. Absolutely agree. And say good. All those lovely emojis. can't see all of them distinctly there. So there we go. And also, yes, an interesting emoji. Thank you, Keza. I dare say reporting the trolls that are there. Thank you for being here. Keep being the best you, and I'll see you tomorrow morning. Namaste.